Hello, everyone. This is Elizabeth with Scott Leroy Marketing, and welcome to Lead Generate with Command Print Marketing 101. Today is September 27th, so if you are viewing the recording, some features may have changed. And first question of the day, are the live classes for the week listed anywhere? Yes, they are on our website. You can view the training calendar for not only this month, but we actually just posted October's as well. Our website is scottleroymarketing.com. And once you're logged in, that'll be found under KW Resources, Training Calendar. So to start out today, I am in Firefox. We found that Firefox works best with the WeBrand editor in Command. And I am at agent.kw.com, which is Command. I'll enter my username first. Not case sensitive. It's generally first initial, last name, maybe a number. Then you'll enter your password. And click sign in. So first things first, we're going to check out our marketing profile. You'll click your name in the top right corner, then click settings. Then on the left-hand side under connect settings, you'll click marketing profile. So you'll just want to go through and make sure all of the fields with the red asterisk are required and filled in. I always suggest filling in all of the fields anyways. And as soon as you have this all completed, make sure you click save at the bottom. And if that was successful, you'll get this little embedded pop-up box saying it was successfully saved. The main point of filling this out ahead of time is a lot of these pieces are going to be auto-populated onto the pieces we're going to create. So to save yourself some time and effort, filling them in here once will save you time later. Next, we're going to go ahead and head to designs. When in doubt, you can always click the red square with the white KW to expand the name of the applets. Again, we're going to designs. It's the paintbrush in a square icon. Now your screen may look a little different than mine. These are all of the pieces that I have created. So if you're brand new to Keller Williams or haven't created any pieces yet, your screen may look different, but that's okay. So next we're going to click Create Design, the big blue button in the top right corner. And this is print marketing class. So we're going to select print, and that's going to turn it blue. And then click continue. And this is taking us to the WeBrand editor. Again, which generally works best in Mozilla Firefox. Also does work well in Google Chrome Incognito. Now you'll be brought to the KW app section. But first, we're just going to check the Assets tab in the top left corner. This is also where you want to put some information before you begin creating pieces. It's going to first take you to colors and fonts. If you have any color palettes or fonts you want to add to be used on your pieces. Next section is images. Here's where we suggest uploading your headshot. Under text, this is where you'll find all of the different pieces of text you can add to your pieces, along with adding more by clicking New Field in the top right corner. So if you're going to commonly use your name, your website, maybe your app URL, you can add those here. Next section is logos. This is where we suggest uploading not only your Market Center logo, but if you have a team logo, or even if your team is just yourself, your personal business logo, upload that here so you can use it on multiple pieces. And then last but not least are elements, which is kind of like clip art, videos, and files. Again, if you have any of those pieces that you're going to be using multiple times on different designs, add those here so you can pull them and not have to upload them each time. Now we're going to go back to templates, which is the tab in the top left corner, and choose our design. So there are several options to choose from. You're going to choose the one that works best for you and your situation, your transaction, to help you generate leads. So you'll see under listings, there's for sale, just sold, just listed, open house, coming soon, all of these different options here. I'm going to choose a just listed piece. But again, if you would like to choose another design, feel free. It doesn't matter if you're making a test piece with me, viewing the recording later, or creating a real piece in real time today. All of the functionalities of this WeBrand design editor are going to be the same. So you'll just make them work for you. Now you'll see under the just listed category, you'll have different sizes along the top here. You'll have door hangers, bifolds. V is for vertical. H is horizontal. Trifolds, like brochures. And even postcards, which we'll get to later. So depending on what you want to create, you'll have different types along the top here. I'm going to be creating a flyer today, but again, how to use this design editor works with all different types of pieces. And for lead generating, I'm going to use a flyer so that, for example, you can go print this off and use it for door knocking. But you can also use door hangers, bifolds, trifolds, all of the different types within this print category. Maria, you may want to try a different browser if you're not seeing anything here. I'm in Mozilla Firefox, but the WeBrand editor works well with Google Chrome Incognito as well. Other print pieces that you may see that we won't go over today because they're not so much marketing pieces, but the listing presentation is if you have a client. You'll also find magazines under the lead generation category. And then they're under the personally branded zine. Again, it's a print piece, but it's not necessarily marketing. So we won't go over those today. Kelly, with that message, if you want to send us an email with your username and password, we can take a look at your specific account. But there are definitely templates available. So if they're not working for you in Mozilla Firefox, you may want to try Google Chrome Incognito. Yeah, our email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. So for this piece, I'm going to choose this third option here. Hover over to highlight and click use. And you'll see a little alert on the top if your design is available for print order. Ordering prints is new within Command, but I'll show you that once we're done fixing up the flyer here. And you'll also see a little speech bubble at the bottom showing you where the toggling between pages has moved. Again, this is just a flyer, so it's only one page. So I'm going to click skip to get rid of that bubble. But just know if you need to toggle through pages, it's in the bottom right corner. If you're a new agent with no clients, you can always ask fellow agents in your market center if you could advertise listings of theirs like I'm doing today. You may also want to ask your broker what other agents do, especially in your local area. Different states have different regulations about that. You can also use the Keller Mortgage flyers, neighborhood snapshots, or even the flyers regarding your own app. Or, using the event invites for like buyer seminars. Really, sky's the limit. There's a lot of different options in here. So we have our flyer here. I'm just going to go top to bottom, editing this. I'm just zooming in so you can see better. So first things first is the address. I'm going to click to select. And then over on the left, I'm going to select the KWLS button. And then I'm going to search for this listing I have here. And press enter to apply. And once I've found the listing, click select. And you'll see all of the information and photos are coming over from KWLS 2.0. So now I'm going to toggle over to listing details to get the address. And then with that address still selected in my workspace, I'm going to find the address and then click this little replace logo, which is the 2 arrows in a circle. And when I click, it replaces it. Nice and simple. The neighborhood snapshot is going to be one of the categories in the WeBrand design editor. So if you go back to command, oh, and it's not keeping me signed in, apologies. I'll show you a few more categories here. Create design, print, continue. Again, under the listings category, you'll see neighborhood snaps. And here's the one I mentioned earlier about Keller Mortgage. If you don't have your own listing, local experts, another good one. You can plug in stats from your MLS. Here's the event invitations under lead generation. So if you have buyer seminars or your office is hosting an overall client appreciation, there's even some home value pieces. Everyone's MLS portal is different, so I'm not sure exactly where they're going to be within yours, but I would check with your market center leadership and they should be able to direct you on how to pull those. And I always suggest using the stats that work for you and your business. So, you know, it'll depend on what stats are best to use. Like if your office is best at listings, choose that stat. If it's best at buyers, you know, highest price, fewest days on market, you know, it's however you and your market center are doing business. Use the best stats that work for you. So back in our design, the next piece to update is the picture. So again, I'm going to click to select, and I'm going to go back to the Photos tab here and select the picture I want to use. Again, using this 2 arrows in a circle to replace image. And you'll see it loading along the top there. Now we are seeing this happen quite often where the picture kind of slides up to the top left. So what we suggest is double clicking, and then this will reposition the image. So then you can drag your piece back to the center and click done. So you can see that picture is now populating there. And going down to the second half of the image, I'm going to click the text right below the picture to select. Now, all of this information is in one text box. So I'm going to tab back to the listing details, scroll down just a hair, because this isn't my listing, so I don't have all of this information memorized. Yeah, this class is recorded. So if you need to come back to it and replay or pause, the recording will be on our website, slmtraining.com. But also, each of these pieces I'm doing several times. So editing is the same for each piece, each different field here. So it's just clicking to select. And again, for the fields with multiple pieces of information in one, what you're going to have to do is double click to edit and then manually retype these out. So in this case, it is a 3-bedroom, so I'm going to skip that. It is a 2-bath, so I'm going to skip that. But the square footage, I'm going to delete this and type it in manually. And then go over to the price and manually type that in, and then go over to the year built and type that in. So don't suggest using the replace option in this case when there's multiple pieces in a text field. But again, it's just a simple double click to edit and then manually typing that info in. There are font options, yes. So if you'd like to change the font, you can highlight, and it's going to be this first drop down at the very top center. Those are the different fonts there. You're welcome. So for the next piece, I'm going to select the description here. Come over to the left. And I'm going to zoom out a hair because the property description is the very last piece. And you'll see the type of field is listed below. So you see bedrooms, bathrooms, full bath. So property description is going to be the very bottom. And again, with this piece on your flyer selected, you can click the replace icon. So nice and simple. You don't have to retype that out each time. So you will see that this is a lot of wording here. So I'm just going to resize this by clicking and dragging, then releasing the sides of the box. And then you can even click in the middle and drag to reposition it. I'm going to make this a little larger here and then bring in the sides. There we go. Again, if you need to edit the text, you can simply double click. And I'm going to highlight all. And this second drop down here is the font size. So if you need to change the font size, you can do that in the second drop down. Now over to the pictures, again, click to select. I'm going to tab back over to the Photos tab. And let's select one of these photos here. Another way, instead of just clicking the replace image, is to click and drag over to your piece. Now we do also see that this happens sometimes. So let me try that again, just clicking and dragging. how can I add this info for the house where I have to save it or add it first? So when do I do this? I have the info, like how you doing? So to find all of these photos and listing details in this section, you'll go to KWLS, this icon with the house, and search for your property. So the clicking and dragging doesn't seem to be working, but another way you can add a photo is by clicking the add image. Now that's just going to pop it in the center of your piece, but here is where you can then resize it by clicking and dragging the very corner of the picture. And then using the grid lines that show up, you'll see the little blue lines keep moving as I move my mouse. So if you want to center it or align it any certain way, you can. And pop it in where you'd like it. And then the other option, the fourth option to add a photo is, again, I'm going to click to select. And this is what I want to replace. And then go to images. So here you can go to the Add tab. And either drag and drop or click to upload an image. And this will bring up the Windows Explorer for your computer. So if you have the pictures saved to your computer, you can upload them straight here. So there's 4 ways to add pictures to this piece here. So let me select. I'm going to use this one. Let that work. Nope, not working still. So let me just click add. And again, I'm going to resize by clicking and dragging the very corner of the image. And then I'm going to align it using the blue grid lines that pop up. And release my mouse to place it. So the last little bit of information, again, I'm going to click to select. And this is going to be my headshot, which is found in images and my assets. Because again, I uploaded it earlier so that I wouldn't have to upload it here. Looks like that replace isn't working. So let's try the drag and drop. There it goes. I'm going to select the name and go to text this time. And again, my assets, because we added it earlier. And replace. So you're seeing now we don't have to type out everything each time. And remember, if a field has more than one piece of information, you can either manually type it out like we did up above with the bed, bath, square foot, etc. Or what I like to do, this field is phone, email, app. So I'm going to just simply replace with the phone number. But remember, we're still missing email and app. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this field, which is in the top right corner. And that's going to keep the same font and everything and size. But with this new field selected still, I'm going to replace with my email. Oh, no. Let's try that again. New field selected. I'm going to replace with my email. And I'm gonna move it and align it with the grid lines there. And then the last piece, again, I'm going to select and duplicate. It was the app, but I'm going to use my website instead. And it's not showing me that replace. So let's just pop it in there and remove like we did last time. There we go. There it is. Replace text. And I'm going to align it ever so carefully. There you have it. So instead of manually typing out phone, email, website, I can do a few extra clicks, but save myself the keystrokes by duplicating, which is the two little squares in the top right corner, and replacing with the text. Now, the next piece is the Market Center logo. And once you click to select that one, it will automatically take you to logos, my assets, where you can really nicely click replace. And it'll pop it in there for you. So now we have all of the pieces updated. Just gonna do a once over. Yep. So now, if you would like to print this to take it door knocking, for example, if you have a printer at your home or your own personal office, so a personal printer, I suggest clicking download, leaving the file type as PDF, and download. Nice and simple. It's going to prepare for just a moment. Or two. Starting download, downloading, download complete. Since I'm in Firefox, it's going to pop up to the top right. And I'm going to click to open and show you this PDF. So here you have it. PDF we just created. And now you can go file, print to your personal printer. Of course, if you're at your office, your market center, you can also do that for your office's printer as well. Again, you want to download, open, and then file print. Another thing you can do is if maybe say you have a coupon from Staples or Office Depot or some store, you can always put this file on a flash drive, or some stores even have an email address you can email it to and they can print it. Of course, that would be for their rates of printing pages. But last but not least, you can always order the print straight from command as well. It's going to be using the order print button at the top of the page, and it's going to slide out a window here from the right, and it's going to take you through all three steps. You'll choose your country, paper thickness, and stock, and then number of copies. Give you a subtotal down at the bottom. You can click continue to go to step 2, where you would review your design. It's also going to show you the bleed area, things that may have an alert here, the safe area. So you want to make sure everything's within those solid and dashed lines. You want to double check all of these things. You want to download a print proof and agree to terms and click continue. And then it will take you to step 3 to finalize. Enter your payment information and send it off to print. So that's how to use flyers to generate leads for yourself. Now, question just came in. You do not have to have special paper. That's just choosing the paper stock if you were to order it from command. Shipping costs are included in this price. So you'll see this at the first step, it'll be $12.50. But then in the last step, it's $20.80. But to see more exact, you want to enter your delivery address as well. And time for delivery does depend on like where you are and like how many you select. So it's going to vary. But remember, if you don't want to print it using command, you can always print it yourself at home or at your market center as well. So another way to generate leads with print marketing is by doing postcards. So I'm going to close out of this one here. I do always recommend to save one last time, even if it does auto save here. And I'm going to click done to go back to command. And if you were following along with me, it will show you that piece here now. Yeah, you can upload that to your website and Facebook as well. So for postcards, we're going to go to campaigns, which is the little bullhorn icon. Again, you can always click the red square with the white KW to expand the name of the applets. And it's going to be the 7th one down. And we're going to start by clicking Create Campaign in the top right corner and select Direct Mail. So first, you'll enter a campaign name. I always like to use similar naming conventions like JL for just listed and then address. And then you'll select your goal. And then click Create Campaign. I found direct mail by clicking that Create Campaign button in the top right corner first, and then selecting direct mail. So once you click that continue button, you'll see 5 different sections that you'll want all to have green check marks along the left side. If that direct mail option still didn't show, You may want to make sure you're in Google Chrome Incognito or Mozilla Firefox. But you can also just send us an email with your login and password, and we can check on your account for you. So going through each of these sections, you can always rename your campaign and goal, again, if you'd like. The second section is content. This is where you can either select a template, which is what we're going to do today, or you can always upload a design as well, straight from your designs where we came from. So if instead you chose a postcard instead of a flyer, you can upload that here very easily. But for the templates, you'll see red asterisks. So this field is required. You have compact, default, and 2 for large, modern and contemporary. You'll enter your text, subtitle, and description here. So you may want to pull the description from your listing and pop it in here. Just be aware there is a character limit of 350 characters, so you may have to shorten it to get it to fit in to this box here. I am not aware of any statistics on which size works best for marketing to a new area. You can always, poll your local area, like your market center or group of market centers, because each market's going to be different as well. And then it also depends on, is it a just listed or coming soon or just sold? There's going to be a lot of factors on that. So the next piece is the photo. So let me go to my website and I'm going to look up this property here. And click search. Here's my property. I'm going to click to open. And then here are my pictures. I'm going to right click, save image as. And this is just in case you don't already have one, because like I said, this isn't my listing. So now I'm just going to click this plus sign here to find this picture. Oh, and that wasn't a picture file. Let's open this image in a new tab and try it this way. Nope. Well, let's just choose another photo then. There we are. There are a few tips and tricks here. And of course, if you uploaded the wrong one, you can remove or upload and replace. And over on the right-hand side, you'll see how that's looking on the actual postcard here. So if you wanted to change around let's say these fields here, you can. Next section is your photo, first, last, email, phone. Once you're done with all of those fields, click Save and go to your Market Center. Most of this information should auto-populate from your marketing profile. Again, another reason why we added it at the very beginning. But if they don't come over, you would simply fill those in, click Verify. Confirm, looks good, okay. Last section is targeting. So we're doing a just listed postcard in this example. So I'm going to target around this address. So I'm going to enter the address here. Or you can toggle to target my database and select those people from your contacts that have addresses to send this postcard to. So if you already have a farm area in your command contacts, you can select them by clicking Target My Database. But once you have this section filled in, click Save. And then, my apologies, this is the last section, is the budget. So you can increase or decrease your quantity here. It's going to just default to 200, but you can always change it to whatever you'd like. You can create a farm in command if you have a list, for example, from your title company, you can reformat their file that they give you and import it into command. Yes, once you have toggled to target my database, you can select tag contacts, yes. So the next field is Postage Class. Now you'll see in my example, there is only one option, but if you chose one of the bigger sizes in one of the first steps, then you'll have different options here. And then you'll click Save to apply that. And now that we have all green check marks on the left-hand side here, I'm going to check the preview on the right. I'm going to even toggle to the back and you'll see where everything goes. You know, here's the address again. There's the description that would populate if I had more wording. All of my information pulling from my marketing profile. And then at the bottom of this right section is a QR code. So QR code can be added to your postcard automatically. Once it is scanned by the recipient, they'll be taken to a page where their contact information is captured and tracked back to this campaign. So if you would like this turned on, you would just click this toggle button to turn it green. And then you would select the landing page. So this can be either a page on your website, which are these shown here on my particular website, or it will also show your landing pages. So I have created one before this class for this specific address. So I'm going to select that so that this QR code goes directly to this landing page. For more information on how to create a landing page, you can visit our listings and landing pages class, and it'll take you through step by step on how to create that. But I do highly suggest adding one, and you'll see it then populate here on the preview on the backside. So this is what a QR code is. It's the little static-y looking square. And once this is scanned by the recipient, that's how you can capture information from postcards. So from here, you can either save draft if you need to step away from it, come back the next day with fresh eyes to make sure everything is worded properly, or you can go straight to configure targeting, which is step 2. Then you'll click yes. So Command will automatically generate a QR code for you. You would just click that tracking toggle on. But if you wanted more information about how to create a landing page, you can check out our class listings and landing pages, either the recording or the future live class. And yeah, you can create a QR code for a Facebook page, yes. Now that wouldn't necessarily be related to this postcard because you're only able to select a website page or landing page. But unrelated, yes, you can create a QR code for a Facebook page. So this step 2, configure targeting. Once you open this page, you cannot go back to edit your postcards. So you do want to make sure that that is fully created how you would like it. But here's where you can change the number of homes to target, type, bedroom, square footage, whatever pieces you'd like, and you can see it change here on the map. Okay, 1 bedroom may be a little too small. We do also highly suggest to check this send copy to company address so that you have a copy sent to yourself. So you see not only what it looks like, but you get to see when it was created and sent. Once you're happy with all of these selections, click Next. And you'll see the front and back preview again, order summary, and you would enter your payment information. And get that postcard sent out as soon as possible. Here is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ScottLeroy Marketing. Here is where you can see all of our recent uploads, different tips and classes. So give me a few hours and I'll upload it to our YouTube channel. You can also find it on our website, which is scottleroymarketing.com and specifically slmtraining.com to access the recording for today. But here is our contact information as well, in case I didn't answer any of your questions, or if you think of a question later, shoot us an email. Yes, you can do a postcard with multiple properties sold in a subdivision. Instead, you would create that in Designs and then upload that design instead of using a template. For sure. That's it for class today. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks for joining and have a great day.